Fuel shortages are once again emerging in Moscow after a series of Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian oil infrastructure. While queues have returned at petrol stations and some outlets reporting shortages of specific fuel grades. The situation is not yet critical, but the disruption is being felt by drivers and taxi operators.
Right now, as you can see for yourselves, the lines are starting to build up again. And notice that petrol prices aren't coming down. They're actually going up.
While Ukraine last week struck a major refinery in Yaroslavl, north of Moscow, raising fresh concerns about the impact of fuel supplies in the capital. The shortages come after a wider fuel crunch earlier this summer, when around 90% of Russia's regions introduced limits on fuel purchases.
My point is simply that the Yaroslavl refinery is the largest one around. What happens if it stops operating? A huge amount of our petrol used to come right from Yaroslavl. If that plant shuts down, then what? It means we'll be facing gridlock and bottlenecks all over again.
While the pressure on Russia's fuel market is closely linked to repeated attacks on its refining infrastructure. Analysts cited by Bloomberg estimate that Russian crude processing fell to around 3.6 million barrels per day in July. Russia has responded by restricting fuel exports through the end of 2026 and imposing rationing measures in several regions. Now, the timing is significant here, with the summer travel season and agricultural activity increasing demand for fuel. At the same time, petrol prices remain elevated. To plug the supply gap, Russia has increasingly turned to imports. Its first shipment of gasoline from India arrived on August 5th. According to Kepler data cited by Bloomberg, a Russian flag tanker had loaded around 42,000 tons of gasoline in India in June before the fuel was transferred through a chain of tankers. Russia had previously relied mainly on imports from Belarus and Kazakhstan. The latest Indian shipments highlight how Ukraine's attacks are increasingly affecting Russia's domestic fuel market, from refinery operations to petrol pumps in Moscow.